people, welcome to my podcast Life Adventures Taught Me. The name of today's episode is Follow Your Dreams. Following your dreams is really important, and I can say that I have noticed that among let's say 100 people, only a few people do it. People do not really follow their dreams, and they don't do what they like because of their fears and insecurities, and a significant part of them come from what other people will say. That's something that I will emphasize today and talk about it from my perspective and my experience. So I would like to share my personal story about the time when I followed my dreams despite challenges or criticism from others. First example is that my last student exchange that I did, it was in Czech Republic, Brno, and I had a situation that coordinator for doing these exchanges, he has told me, yes, you can do the fourth exchange, the second one on your master studies, you can do it. What I did in previous months is that I have applied and I got accepted in Czech Republic, Brno. So after a while, before going there, I paid in advance for the dormitory where I will sleep, and I also paid the way to there and papers and also for the visa. So I already invested some money, and as in that period I was a student, that was not working for me. The money I had and I invested for that was not a lot, but it was a significant part of my money I had back then. And I came into the situation that only a few days before the exchange, before I was supposed to go there, my coordinator told me like, hey, I checked it, actually you cannot do the second student exchange, like since your master studies are 1 year, you cannot like spend another semester out. I have just checked it, and I was like, okay, but why nobody has mentioned that or told me that before? Because I already invested some money and I was like really happy about it. And you know how it is, like when you have something and then you don't have it. I was really motivated and happy that I will go there and change my environment, like meet some new people, do some new things. And just before a few days before I was about to go there, they told me no, you cannot. I told the same message like to the coordinator from Brno, Czech Republic, and he was like, but why is that a problem if you have already got the scholarship and we have already accepted you? They can just let you go. And also one more thing is that in first semester I already did all the subjects from the masters, from my master studies, all the courses. I have already passed the exams, and I did more actually than I needed, because the first semester I was in Austria, Graz. There I did a lot more courses than I was supposed to have back in Serbia in my university. And then the second semester they told me like, oh, you cannot go to Czech Republic. Then I would just sit at home because I didn't have anything to do, just to write my master thesis. By that period, why it was a problem, you know, if they already accepted me, why it was a problem that I just go there and just like listen some new courses that I don't need? Why would be a problem for me to go there if I have already finished all the exams I needed? I would just get bored, like, because I don't have anything else like to do at my university. And the same thing told coordinator from Czech Republic, like, why wouldn't they let you come? Because they don't lose anything and this scholarship will not be used in this semester anyway. Then I spoke with my coordinator and with all the people, with the head of the department about it, and they were just like, oh, if the coordinator said like that, you cannot go, la la la. And they basically, nobody cared about it, and I was like really frustrated because I really wanted to go, and there was, you know, like nothing bad if I go over there because nobody would lose anything. And then I spoke with the coordinator from Czech Republic. He told me like, okay, come here and I will, when you are here already for 1 month, they will say, oh, he came, and they will accept it. I said to myself that actually I care more about this experience. This is something that is also really important, is that we know why something good or better for us. And in this case, I already finished my bachelor studies, and honestly I didn't care about master studies because I started my master studies only because I would be able like that to go to a foreign country and live over there and have different experiences. I said, okay, I don't care, I will go. If in Czech Republic they won't make any problem, I will just pack my things and I will go over there and like enjoy the semester, because people from here, they will not even know at the start. So I went over there, they accepted me. Actually, before I was supposed to go in 10th of February in 2020, and actually I got health issues and I needed to wait for 3 weeks more, and that was another thing that tried to stop me from doing that. And I asked like, oh, I'm sorry, like I got health issues, can you please like wait for me 1-2 weeks? And they said like, oh no, it's not a problem, just do all the things you need and we'll be happy to have you here. I actually had the best time over there. I had really good squad over there and I had like really the best time, and it was during the COVID. Most of people had like a bad time, but in that period, like for me, it helped me a lot that I was in a different surrounding with people more like me, and I really enjoyed my stay over there. And if I didn't follow my intuition, my reasons why, and the things I like and the things I want to do, I wouldn't be there. I would stay home, I would stay like during Corona. I know I would get really bored. If in this case I didn't follow my dreams, no matter that university and everybody from university and my surrounding, everybody told me like, oh, don't go. I analyzed all the things. I didn't care about the university, my master's degree. What I care more, what is more important for me is my experiences. And I went for it and I really felt so proud of myself. It was really hard in the period of February that I needed to have all these conversations, and like really it impacted me on a really negative way, and it drained me out. It took me a lot of energy. Also like this issue with the health that I had, nothing serious for a short time, and then all of these things were the obstacles that tried to stop me, but I managed to overcome them and to live what I wanted. And I get, as an award, I get much better time than actually I expected to be. And I don't know, it just felt one dream come true just because I was consistent and I followed my intuition and I followed my reasons why. So I stayed true to myself and I analyzed the situation and I went for it and I got what I wanted. There are many other examples that I could tell you about, but not to give too many examples, I would like to analyze other impacts and how to deal with them, like some strategies and how in general to deal in the situations where you have a lot of obstacles in order to follow your dreams. How to manage with all of that with some of my examples and just analyze it like from my experience, so I can give you some advices and just go through those periods how I felt. So another dream that came true for me is that I said before I turned 20, or when I was 20, I said like in my 20s I would like to travel and live in a few different countries around the world. And that's what I did, like with the student exchanges, and also I lived in Dominican Republic after these exchanges, and my dream came true to live in different countries and travel a lot. So I made it. And also another dream, it was building my own house, which I did the last year, in the last 2 years. And I had many other little aims, such as living also in a surfing destination, surf over there, to see how is it living in a tropical country. And throughout the years I set for myself many big or little aims, and I realized that I managed to achieve all of them. I would like to analyze the things that I needed to face with, and just in general in those situations when you want to follow your dreams, what are the things that you need to deal with and what is the best way to go through it so you can make your dream come true. So I would like to point out the significance of pursuing your passions and staying true to yourself. Nobody knows it better what you like to do and what should you do. And when you like what you do and where you are, that's the happiest version of yourself. For example, comparing to the high school, university and some other periods like in our childhood, It's harder to deal with other people and negative influences, because in the high school you all the time you need to go to these classes, you need to do people that really impact on you in a really toxic way. They are not just right fit for you. But once you finish your high school, university, in university you have a much more freedom. But even after university, you are the one who get to choose who you hang out with, what you do, where you go. When you have like this opportunity to choose, to have more freedom, then it's easier to manage your life, and then I think it's easier to go after your things. First of all, why it's important to follow your dreams and pursue what makes you happy. Pursuing your dreams allows you to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. When you are engaged in activities that align with your passions and interests, you experience a sense of purpose and satisfaction, and all of that improves your overall well-being. Following your dreams allows you to live authentically and to be true to yourself and be more of yourself. And what is the most important is the happiness. So pursuing what makes you happy brings joy and happiness into your life. Following your dreams challenges you to step outside of your comfort zone, take risks, and overcome obstacles. And during this process, you learn from your experiences, and along the way, you learn how to recognize the directions where your life should go, the directions to your happier version. And I truly believe there are signs all around us. We just need to get to recognize them. For example, even our body, sometimes when we are doing something that we do not really like that much, sometimes we are not even aware of that, but through a feeling, through our intuition, we will feel it. I feel like this is not the right thing for me. I shouldn't do it. Maybe I should focus on something that is more for me, and something that is more for you. You will have the feeling from inside that you feel good doing it. It will feel just right. So maybe that's just one of the signs around us. So we also need to learn to recognize the signs, first of all, of our body, like showing us if something fits for us or not. And when you pursue your dreams and achieve success, you inspire also others to do the same thing. In my case, I cannot really find in my surrounding too many people like that, and that's why I'm bringing into my life bigger changes this year, because people that I was surrounded with, they used to just mostly drag me down. In this surrounding, I don't feel like there is so many who are following their dreams, and that's why for me it's even harder, like going out from a circle that people are used to, not to work on themselves too much and like not go after their things. They just accept external expectations from other people and they live with it. I am more the person who goes out from his comfort zone and like go after the things I like. So for me, it was even harder to go out because I didn't have so much support, and I was not surrounded by people who helped me achieve some things. It was many times dealing with many obstacles and people who just impact on me on the opposite way of support. It was like many toxic relationships and many discouragement. I didn't get any encouragement from them. So that's why I did many big changes. I stopped having toxic relationships and I focused more on the things I like and the relationships that bring me energy and more support for me and that feel more right. Because I feel in my surrounding that people, when they see that somebody is working on them or looking for their dreams, they always firstly try to demotivate them. That will not come out good, and actually rarely somebody can tell you like, that's really great thing you should do, it's a right match for you, like, you should try and you will see if it's for you or not. On the first place, they're gonna tell to you, no, that will not bring you any benefits and you're not gonna succeed in it. And just because also many people are jealous, and how it works jealousy with them, when they see that somebody is better, they try to drag him down, and that jealousy makes them provoke like these insecurities in them because they are not dealing with their fears and they don't work on their personal growth and they don't follow their dreams. When they see you working on your dreams, it reminds of them that they are not doing that. It creates negative energy on them, and then they try to throw you that negative energy and just bring you back in the same vibe as them. So you really do need to rise like a phoenix from surroundings like that, and that's why I implemented many changes this year, and I already feel much better, and I feel more right. I feel like I'm going on a right way, because from inside, as I tell you, it's a sign of my intuition that tells me like, okay, this is for you, and I feel good. The things I do, like maybe I can give examples. I focus more on playing guitar and improving myself over there. The guitar is, for example, the thing that I stopped with because of the comments of other people in the past that I will mention later on. I started dancing more. I started doing the things such as podcasts, and maybe I will do like even YouTube channel, like of just sharing my lifestyle and the things that I do, and it really makes me feel good, and I feel much more productive, and I feel like I have a lot more time for myself, and many other things that I focused on. And all of those things and sports and working out are the things that I always wanted to do, and many times I found many reasons not to do it and excuses, but this time I really cut all the things that were stopping me from there, that they were draining me out, taking me energy, toxic people, and I focused on all the good things. I analyzed my surrounding like on a really good way. I implemented changes, and that's what I want also to talk about and like give some advices and tell you what I go through, what I need to deal with, and also in my past, like while I was following my other dreams, and even now, what are the things that I deal with and I need to face with also. And another thing that is really important to follow your dream is, for me, it's really important that I don't regret. I told you like in one of my previous episodes, so like what is my biggest fear, and that's like to look back on my life and to regret the things that I didn't do, some big things that I didn't focus on, and that's my biggest fear, not to use my life the way I want it, because I feel majority, more than 90% of people, they are not living the life they want, and that's not something who I want to be. I feel like I'm not, and I'm still every day like trying like to change and develop myself and like work on my personal growth in order to be a person who I always wanted to be happy in this body, in the things that I'm doing. And that's why I mentioned regret of avoidance. If you are living a life filled with regrets, it can be deeply unsettling. Pursuing your dreams allows you to minimize the chances of looking back on your life with regret and wondering what if. Instead, you can embrace the adventure and the journey and feel proud of the risks you took and the goals you pursued. Because when you follow your dreams, it's not only about the fulfillment, it is also about creating more visible purpose of your life. What is the better purpose of just seeing yourself happy, fulfilled, and loving your life and your surrounding and everything in it? And now I would like to talk about overcoming obstacles. The common obstacles and challenges people may face when pursuing their dreams are, first of all, fear of failure. The fear of failure can paralyze us and prevent us from taking actions towards our dreams, because we worry about not succeeding or facing rejection, which leads to self-doubt and hesitation. And that's the most of the time what other people will say. We care too much about it. Then there is the lack of support. We face resistance or lack of support from family, friends, or our surrounding, and we have negative feedback or discouragement from others that can affect our confidence and motivation to pursue our own dreams. And this is something I deal with. This is an obstacle that in my surrounding has a lot of power, because most of people do not like to support other people's ideas and something is new. because of their own insecurities and fears, but this is something that in the surrounding and mentality where I live, it's really strong. This is also something that I needed to deal with many times, the financial limitations, and I gotta say the hardest to rise up is when you have your dreams and you have idea, but you need at least some money for it. And when you don't have it, it's really hard to rise up and like to motivate yourself and start working with it. Another obstacle is self-doubt and insecurity. We may experience self-doubt and insecurity about our abilities, talents, or just being worth of success. These negative beliefs can undermine our confidence and motivation, making it harder to overcome obstacles. Another example that I mentioned before, example of me playing guitar. There was a song that I played and there were a couple of friends were commenting, ah ha ha, when I heard it I was like, oh my god, and then I felt so insecure over there. It's hard to keep being secure like when you are in surrounding of toxic people who I would say they were just jealous of me, and you can recognize the difference is that when people mock you like with the purpose of you feeling bad, not like joking around, but more make you feel bad and like they just want to drag you down. So this is the issue that I had, that I stopped playing guitar because of the comment of other people. I felt insecure, and this is something in previous episode I mentioned, like there are only few things that maybe I could regret in my life that I didn't do, because I really threw myself like many times out of comfort zone and I achieved many things I wanted. This is one of the things that I maybe regret, that I didn't continue with the guitar much more, that I let this obstacle, these other people, I let it make me not to like to play guitar anymore and sing. That's something that I really like to do and I'm working on from this year especially. I focused on it, and that's something that I would change in my past, and I wouldn't stop with it and I would just go for it. I wouldn't let this obstacle get me down. But from this obstacle I learned, and now when I analyze myself in the past, I really appreciate the knowledge I have, and now I really don't care what other people will say about it, because I know why this is good for me and I feel good when I do it. And I take the positive thoughts out of this experience. I take it as a lesson that in the future I will not let other people's opinion stop me from doing something that I like or that I love to do. Another thing that can stop us following our dreams and achieving them is the lack of clarity or direction. When we have uncertainty about our goals or the steps we need to achieve those dreams, when we don't have a clear vision or a plan, we may feel lost or overwhelmed, unsure or where to start or how to move forward. And this is the part where we should call our intuition, and that's where we will find more clarity and certainty. The intuition is our inner self telling us what is good for us and what is it that makes us feel good when we do it. The answers are deep in ourselves, in our intuition, and the intuition will tell us what are the things we need to do and what are the things that we like. We just need to ask ourselves, like, what do I like? Where I saw myself happy in the past, and what is it that makes me happy? Where I want to be? And you will get the clear answers. Trust me. Like, just ask yourself, be in a peaceful surrounding, something where nothing can disturb you. Give yourself 5 minutes and ask yourself these questions, and you will get the answers. And another thing that can be an obstacle is perfectionism. Striving for perfection can be a barrier to progress. This mindset can lead to procrastination, lack of progress towards our dreams. And for example, the same as me with the guitar, just one song playing until it's perfect, it made me bored and it made me procrastinate, and then like eventually even stop with playing guitar because I just got bored of playing the same song and not implementing anything new. And there are many external factors that can stop us from achieving what we want, but I wouldn't focus on them. I wouldn't give them that much power, because I believe if from inside you clean all the mess you created throughout the years by raising your confidence, setting up the clear vision, not caring what other people will say, stay true to yourself, being confident about it, focused, organized, and consistent, not caring too much about the results and more enjoying the process of doing it. That's the key that will take you to the results you always wanted. And when you develop and improve all those things I just mentioned for you, it will be much easier to conquer any external factors, because I think the internal ones are the ones that are stronger, and when you get over them, you create a version of yourself that is stronger than any other external factor. And another thing, building resilience and adaptability is crucial for overcoming obstacles and setbacks along the way. We must learn to bounce back from failures, setbacks, and any challenges, and adapt our approach as needed to stay focused on our dreams and the things we like. When we stay focused on the things we like and positive things, the more things like that surround us, the more things like that are coming. And that is the law of attraction. What you think about, that's what you attract. And that's another topic that I would like to talk in another episode. Law of attraction, that's really important. So those would be the strategies for overcoming obstacles, as I mentioned, like resilience and adaptability and dealing with yourself with the internal factors, not looking at the external factors in the first place. Resilience and adaptability, we will improve them by developing a positive mindset and looking at our obstacles as opportunities for growth. When we overcome them, we are stronger and we have clearer directions towards where we want to go. And part of a good strategy for achieving your goals and following your dreams is determination. We need to stay determined and persistent. We need to set clear goals, make plan how to get there, and develop or adjust it along the way and break it down into manageable steps. We need to stay focused on our vision and keep moving forward even when we face the setbacks or challenges. Many people also mention seek support from others. I support that. Don't be afraid to reach out for support from friends, family, mentors, other people. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and your dreams and who can offer encouragement, guidance, and practical assistance. And what I gotta mention is that also it's hard to find the right people for support. You may ask them for a help, also from wrong people. So focus more on the things that are up to you and analyze good and practice it with your intuition. It's better always to do it your way and make mistakes than to listen to others and always do it their way, because I sometimes did it like that and it didn't feel like me. So let yourself bring out all of you and work with that, work with those mistakes, because out of those mistakes you will learn and make the best results, because that's your best way to do it and your best way until your dream comes true. It's important to stay positive when we are learning from failure, not to look at it with a negative mindset. Learning from failure, it's a learning process. So you realize, aha, something doesn't go this way, it goes the other way. Don't give power to negative thoughts such as I did this wrong, don't like it. Instead, give power to the thoughts, oh, that's how the thing goes. It's great that I made this mistake because this mistake showed me how to do it on a better way, how to do it on a right way. It's important to stay organized and focused. Remember that obstacles are inevitable part of the journey, and how you respond to them determines your success. And I can give a short example on how you respond to obstacles. For example, one example that crossed my mind. When I entered the room of my parents, they started telling me like, oh, you did this and this, like this is wrong, I don't know what, and they were telling me more negative things, and I felt from inside. I was like, oh, I needed to explode. I needed to tell them, oh, you are not right, and I felt the need to respond to that. But I was like, I started to implement the things that I read about and the things that I read for the personal growth, and I took a deep breath and I was like, it's okay, they don't need to understand everything because they cannot understand everything. And I hold my reaction in that case, and in the next 20 seconds I was like thinking about what they told me, but I continued doing the things I had in my brain to do like before I entered the room. And just after the 30 seconds, my negative thoughts and feelings about what they told me, it disappeared. So I didn't give it a power, and that's how it is really important to react to many obstacles. Don't give them the power as I gave like to other people, like in my example. Like, don't give the power to other people what they say. Give the power why it's something important for you, and keep being on the track. Don't let them get you off your way, because you are the one who knows why you are doing something, and you don't need understanding from all the people from your surrounding, and you don't need to react to any obstacle, to any comment that comes to you. So that's how you deal with negative influences. And as I mentioned, in my surrounding I have many negative people with that kind of mindset of negative mentality. The best way is to set boundaries. We need to learn to set boundaries with negative influences and limit our exposure to toxic people, toxic individuals, toxic friends. Cut those influences in your life if you want to go through your life easier and happier. And in this kind of situations with these people, focus on your why. When you believe in yourself and you know why you are doing a certain thing, it doesn't need to be a clear thing to everyone, because the most of people are not even able to understand it. Focus on why is the thing you are doing important for you, and what other people will say, it doesn't matter. Surround yourself with positive influences and positive people. All these negative people and people who do not value you enough, fuck them all. Life is one, and we should be happy. We deserve to be happy. We should use the best out of our life. We should be happy living it. And that's something I'm doing right now. I cut all the toxic relationships. I focus on the things I like. I cut all the directions. I'm still cutting all the directions that felt wrong, and I'm setting the new ones that feel more right. And I really do feel much better and fulfilled. I feel like I cleaned my room from all that mess and surrounded myself with all the things that make me feel good and value myself enough. Even for some people who didn't value me as before, they started to act as an obstacle in everything I do. They became toxic, and that's something that does not want you to improve and grow. So dream big, work hard, stay focused, and surround yourself with good people, because every great dream begins with a dreamer and one thought. It's an uplifting message that I repeat to myself a lot, and it really helps me. And now, can you think of a thing you always wanted to do and that you never made a significant effort for? Like, is there something that you always wanted to do that makes you happy, and you just set it as not an important thing, and you didn't put it on the first place, and you just forgot about it? The first thing, or a few things that cross your mind when I ask you that, are the things you should bring back to your life. Because if the intuition is telling you that it's something for you, then you should follow it. It is the same as following your dreams. We can name this episode also Follow Your Intuition, not Follow Your Dreams, because I think that intuition is the one telling you about your dreams. So what is your intuition telling you right now? What should you do? Think about it. So I found a few motivational quotes that I liked. The only way to do great work is to love what you do, by Steve Jobs. Another one, Believe You Can and You're Halfway There, by Theodore Roosevelt. And the last one that I really liked is also by Steve Jobs. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. So live your life and live and do the things you like. And that's something we should focus on, to live the way we want to live and not accept outside expectations of other people or the system, what majority of people do. So let's conclude. Look for the number of your intuition. Call your intuition and ask what are the things you are passionate about and bring them back into your life. Don't care what other people say, be confident and consistent about it. Something that I tell to myself every day: if you don't do it today, when will you do it? It's never too late to start. And the more I dive into the things I like, the less I need to repeat these thoughts to myself, because they stay in my mind. So I encourage you to take action towards your goals. Thank you for listening the thoughts of this very smart guy. I hope you will implement into your life what we talked about today. So don't forget, if you believe in yourself, you can be there where your intuition is telling you. If you believe it, you are halfway there. The only thing that is left is to start your action and enjoy the process. And one uplifting message for you from Oprah Winfrey: the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. That's what I'm doing in my life, living the way I want, having the lifestyle I want, and that's something that everyone should have, the freedom of being who you want to be. I would like to invite you to connect with me on social media, on Instagram Don Alejandros, through my website Don Adventure, also Don Adventure, on YouTube, actually on my website. I will develop it. I made it a few years ago, and I will connect all my lifestyle things over there too. So I will connect all my accounts I have on different social media and platforms. My site is donadventure.home.blog. YouTube channel is Don Adventure. For now 30 subscribers, but it's gonna raise, I'm sure. Thank you again for listening. If you would like to hear more from me, subscribe, and until the next episode, let's bring up more good vibes and things we enjoy doing. Let's work on our happiest version and become one. Ciao, ciao.